In this week's episode of Triple T,
we got sassy Elton John
sassy
with the bitches back. It's the sassiest you've ever heard, Elton. Get at it. Because they didn't have any imagination back then, dude. Exactly. A leg drop was like, what? You know? That's sweet, juicy ass. So yeah, I'm real POS here.
That's actually pretty impressive. Most people don't ever say that. So I'm genuinely impressed.
I know that supposedly Godfather 2 is a masterpiece and the only sequel in history that was better than the first. But
Smile 2 was a lot better than Smile.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're putting Smile 2 on the same level as Godfather 2.
Boom! 2 more days till Halloween. Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween. Triple T.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
That beautiful voice that you're hearing is the one, the only Goo. Joining him, as always, is me, Matt Beardlaws, and the Yo-Yo King, Burley.
Yo.
What is up, dudes? 2 more days till Halloween. It's exciting, but it's a little bit sad because we all love spooky season.
Spooktacular. What should we do here? One of these?
Spooky vision.
Never happens whenever I want it to happen.
But Best Dressed Award, again, does go to Goo. I not only love that shirt, it is fantastic.
There it is.
Yeah. There it is. Whoop, there it is. Hey, producer, just take that clip, put it there, match up the thing. And if you don't, we're still good. But the hat is sick, too. I love it. So I was saying how much I love his festiveness, but it took me 12 minutes to figure out how to say that word backstage. So if you want to hear the uncut stuff that we do before and after the show, go to the Patreon that doesn't exist. But while you're on Patreon, go over to the Rage and Pillage podcast, right. Patreon. Show some love, subscribe. There's an episode out there that was for members only. I got to see it. Did you?
There's another one coming. Another one, CUMMING.
There we go. So make sure you show the boys some love, not only in the Rage and Pillage podcast, Drink O'Clock podcast, and Barrel Aged Flicks. Goot's going to be mixing up a little drinky poo over there with some that I'm excited about. And I mixed up a lot of drinky poos with some Fix vodka. And I'm not going to lie to you. I had more than I probably should have watching sitting there by a bonfire. And I feel fine, unlike allegedly somebody else that might have drank a little bit too hard and still might not feel good 2 days later. But he didn't have any Fix vodka in him.
Didn't have any Fixed vodka, sadly. But yeah, for sure don't drink that much. Kamala rally was fun. I think that's what got me the most excited. I was in the belly of the beast, and I was like, whoa.
I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and how else would you I mean, degenerates like us, when you're in a once-in-a-lifetime experience, you have some beverages.
You film all the weirdos, and you scream, Kamala, every second.
Did you get a chance to see him or see her?
No.
Damn it.
There was no chance. The closest I got was like the first wave of Secret Service right there. I sent y'all the video of that.
See, I've been lucky enough to, I've seen Barack Obama when he came to visit DHS headquarters. So that was fun.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, it was, me and 2 other SEALs were counting all the snipers and like making sure they were covering their grounds. The whole campus is like so secure wise. So it was funny to see them all operate. It was like a town kids came in.
That's what tripped me out was I saw 2. I'm sure there was more on the other sides of the stadium and shit, but I saw 2 what looked like just electrician vans pull up unmarked.
Yep.
And then just military pile out of it. I was like, ooh, ooh. They were carrying those cases and stuff. I was like, ooh, nice. Where are their sloped roofs?
Or are they filming an episode of Deal or No Deal?
Yeah, right. I have pictures of their faces. If anybody wants them, they're for sale.
Ooh. Check it out on the Rage and Pillage Patreon.
This is how we get so many people watching right now.
Yeah.
We're on a list now, dude.
Yeah. Was Little Diddy there?
Little Diddy. Have y'all seen the picture of Dinklage
and Brothers?
What? Yeah.
The movie came out with him and Josh Brolin. They're brothers.
Oh no, I'm talking about Dinklage and Diddy.
Oh, no. Shit.
Dude, type in Peter Dinklage and Diddy real quick.
Man.
Dinklage is wearing like a Gucci headband. Dude, it's hilarious. It's clearly from years ago because Dinklage is young. But they're at a party.
They are at a party.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Diddy's with everybody, dude.
Everybody. And it's crazy how many people had been singing about it, rapping about it, and all of this crazy stuff. And there's probably us that had sang some lyrics about all of this stuff that's been going on for a long time. That just
thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I mean, dude, he had Daffy Duck singing that, dude. Space Jam.
Can't stop now. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember Farnsworth Bentley? I want to hear his stories. You don't remember him?
You know what I think is going to happen, though, which is going to suck? It's going to be like the UFOs. Everybody was like, oh, are UFOs real, real, real? The government's going to release it. They release it. Then they release everything, and all of a sudden, nobody really cares. I hope it's not like that with the Diddy stuff, where everything gets released and all these stories, and it's so late and overdone that nobody cares. Like, there's going to be some wild stuff that's coming out, right?
Yeah, in theory. I guess we won't know until he's in jail, right? So they have something on him.
They have something. Yeah. I think they have a lot of somethings.
Yeah. So it all. Man, if you're the government, do you want to release all that, or do you want to just blackmail the hell out of everybody that's linked to it? What's more valuable, the blackmail?
Is it the government or whatever agency, the FBI, that has them?
One of the agencies, which is all the government to me. They're all the enemy.
ABC boys. That's all they are.
Yeah, they're all the alphabet boys, dude. This is a conspiracy podcast now, dude.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, hey, maybe that's you know what? You know, at some point, we're gonna run out of years. We're gonna have to turn to conspiracy theories.
Yeah, who didn't run out of years? Diddy. They just went lower and lower and lower.
But speaking of years, the year we're traveling to, is it the year that Diddy was born? Nope. But
that would have been wild. That would have been wild.
We did the year that Diddy was born already, and we mentioned it. That was 69, I'm pretty sure. And this year, what year are we traveling to?
1974.
This one was recommended by Burley himself, and I haven't had a chance to look at the notes, and I just opened it up, and there appears to be a lot of notes. So I say we hit the jingle and we get into it. What do you say, fellas?
Jippers, dude.
Let's
right about meow. $74. We did it.
Bell bottoms are hot.
Hot.
Leonardo DiCaprio just got squeezed out.
Ooh.
He's
Save
out.
the world.
You know what else? The Rubik's Cube was invented in 74.
Ooh.
Still can't solve one of those goddamn things, but now it's a thing. Apparently it was cool. If somebody was able to solve a Rubik's Cube when I was going through school, they were definitely being called some names that you can't call kids anymore.
Yeah. It's like the clitoris, dude. There's no real way to figure it out.
Always changing spots.
But when we were trying to use the Rubik's Cube, there wasn't YouTube and Google that says, oh, you have to. And I had somebody, a younger kid, tell me, yeah, it's just there. You just spin it, rotate it, spin it, rotate it, and then eventually it just goes. That's all you do. And I'm like, cool. No.
Nope.
Bro,
no.
Are we this old?
I mean, yeah.
Did you creep the birthdays by any chance?
I didn't creep the birthdays. What do we got?
Steve-O.
Oof.
From Jackass, yeah.
Yeah, 50 years old.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I knew he turned 50.
Shaggy 2 Dope from ICP, 50 years old.
This is at the time of the recording. This would be everybody's 50th. Happy 50th birthday to all of you.
Happy 50th birthday, Ed Helms.
Damn. Christian Bale.
Allison Hannigan.
Oof.
Flute in the vagina. Remember her?
Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls. It's speaking of Grizzly Adams.
Yeah,
is that his real name, or is that like a TV name?
It's his TV
I
name.
think it's his real name, but it's spelt weird. It's not really Bear, is it?
Yeah, it is.
No, his last name's Grills.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is Bear his real name? What's his real name? He's a Gemini. He's
Ooh.
Irish?
I can see that.
Michael Grills.
Not Bear. British. He's British.
It says he was born in Ireland, Northern Ireland. Wait, I guess they're owned by the British.
Oh, this one says that he was born, who do we believe, Google? Donaghadee, UK.
Yeah, this one says Donaghadee, Northern Ireland.
Okay.
So I think UK still owns Northern Ireland. I think the UK is the United Kingdom. England is England. UK is numerous areas. Yeah.
I'm really good at geography.
Geography's pretty much gayer than all of the UK, dude. It's really bad.
It's tough. I you know what I mean? Being an American, I feel like I'm not definitely good at knowing states, let alone other countries. And selfishly, I don't overly care about the other ones because I can't afford to go to the other ones. You know, the other countries, I can barely go to the other states.
Until they can conquer us, I'm not going to learn it. I could not point Ecuador out on a map, dude.
I could do Ecuador only because the kids and myself had a conversation, and I was like, man, I wonder if there's a place in the world that we could live where it's like 70 year round and beautiful. And Ecuador is one of them. Did you also know?
I thought Ecuador is close to the equator, thus hot as shit.
That's what the Googles told me. It was around 70 year round. Maybe that's the average. I don't know. It turns out I'm not good at weather either.
The best geography thing ever was The Simpsons, where Homer Simpson spins a globe and he points to them and goes, you are gay.
I thought you were going to do the one where he's like, there's a New Mexico?
Surprise.
Yeah.
Somebody, yeah.
So what did you figure out? I need to know.
About Ecuador?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't looking. Somebody was also telling me, though, the reason was somebody was also telling me that, like, San Diego had one of the best year-round average temperatures.
I believe that.
And I was like, So I was like,
LA is amazing weather.
LA.
You're thinking of the place, but I'm talking about the weather. There's a reason it is where it is. It's amazing weather, yeah.
Go to San Diego.
Nah, San Diego gone.
Yeah, the average temperature in the capital of Ecuador is 21 Celsius, which is around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And at night, it's around 50.
All right. What do the people look like in Ecuador? What is their national language?
Spanish.
I'm going to need white and English as the answers, please.
Okay, white and English. Know who else was Ecuadorian? Nobody. I don't know. I was hoping you guys.
I thought we were doing an amazing seg. Doing an amazing seg right there, dude.
I know.
You know what sounds Ecuadorian?
What? Bear Grylls?
Shinasty.
Shinasty.
I'm gonna get it right.
You can get it right.
But I haven't learned the language, the Ecuadorian language, so that's why. It sounds like Ecuadorian, maybe.
I don't know. Well, it's hard to call. I got the cassette ones on today. Super comfy.
What's that?
They're
the design. The design. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what do they like square shape it? That'd be fun.
Just a whole bunch of cassette tapes, which were probably pretty popular. Were cassette tapes popular in the 70s?
I think we're 8-tracking it in 74.
Really?
And albums still vinyl.
Vinyl for sure.
Yeah.
I thought there would have been.
Let's find out. When was the cassette tape invented? I got
cassette tape invented.
Keep plugging that Shinasty.
63. Yeah, they were definitely. Yeah, they were released in August of 63, so they were definitely in 74. Definitely. I'm telling you. I don't know what the most selling one.
Became the dominant audio format and were used for personal collections, educational recordings, and professional audio production in the 70s. Okay. So in 1985 is when cassettes officially overtook vinyl. So it was a rise.
Oh, it is a
okay. All right, guys. All right. The cassette, they couldn't do that with the cassette. All right. The cassette tape became the standard audio format for the late 70s to the early 90s. So we're not there yet, fellas.
But for like Sony Walkmans or playing a cassette in your car, because most of the time we didn't have CD players yet, obviously. You couldn't play a vinyl in a car.
You can play an 8-track.
In a car?
Yep. 8-track in the car, dude. It hooked up under your dash almost like a CB radio. It was pretty wild. I've seen it in old cars. Yeah.
Did you ever have a CB radio in a vehicle of yours?
No, I wanted to. And just recently, I was looking up CB radios. Then my wife talked me out of it.
See, we had them because that's when they made it. Like in New York State, they made an aggressive push in the early to mid 2000 to 2005ish or whatever, where cell phones were banned, so you can't text, you couldn't call, couldn't be on them. So we all went and got CB radios from Radio Shack and stuff that our grandparents and people had laying around. We just went around with CB radios, and that's how we chatted for years.
I'd have fun with it. I know
it was cool. It was a lot of fun. But a lot of us didn't really have a lot of money to be able to have really good ones that could push long distances. So you had to still be within, it was still several miles, but you got too far. It was like, oh shit. Well, I guess I got to call you on my phone.
How far will a CB radio reach if you have a good antenna?
Oh, quite a ways, I think. I don't know the actual. Let's see. According to Google,
I wanted to get a desktop version, just have one set up, and we could breaker 19 on the show every once in a while. It'd be fun.
Oh no, I don't think it has that kind of range. I think you're talking for me. I think we were within 10, 15 miles. You know what I mean?
But that's with a cruddy antenna.
Yeah, I think if I average 20 miles. 20 miles.
I'm within 20 miles of some major freeways here.
Yeah, you could pick up some people.
Always trucks, dude.
Oh, I thought you meant us talking on the CB radio.
No, I'm talking about strangers, dude. Just 100% old white people saying slurs.
That would be a funny segment or a funny podcast where you're just on there talking to random truckers.
I think that was the original reason why I wanted to do it.
Yeah, I got you. That could be a fun segment. Definitely. Conspiracy theory, then talking to truckers.
Always thinking
talking to truckers with Burley.
Truck nuts, NUTZ, because they're nuts. Yeah, truck nuts. Oh,
write that down.
Somebody write that down. Copyright Burley. Owned
domain by Beardlaws.
Yeah, perfect. Actually, okay, so I want y'all to know that I'm going to try a new thing here. It's easier for me to just look at my notes on here. So I'm not texting. I'm looking at the notes.
Okay.
We got music, guys. Some pretty good shit. Gute said he found some stuff that even I didn't, so we're going to see about that. But
let's do it.
Disco's here. It's officially the start of disco is 1974. It's I just thought of this just now. Wish I looked it up. Somebody look up, when did Soul Train start? I feel like that was around back then, huh?
It was 71.
Yeah, so Soul Train is probably popping off pretty hard. Did y'all ever watch Soul Train late at night as kids?
Yes.
Dude, it lasted till 2006. 35 years.
I was in high school, and I would catch it 2 in the morning on whatever channel it was, probably WB or something.
Spoiler alert, they tried that on the new Beetlejuice movie. It didn't work.
Soul Train?
But, yeah.
Guess it does kind of make sense because they're dead. Soul.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a Holocaust joke in there somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
We got disco's popping off. Soul Train's kicking it. Elton John is the most flamboyant he's ever been. He starts calming down after this point. Benny and the Jets, we all know that. Candle in the Wind, I thought he wrote about Princess Diana. How did I not know that was an old song? What did he write that one for? Did somebody else die?
His life.
What is it? Candle in the Wind about?
His beehole. Candle in the Wind, yeah.
All the drugs he was taking.
It was in honor of Marilyn Monroe.
So, yeah, it was definitely about death. Okay.
And then they did it as a tribute to Princess Diana.
I think it didn't hit my radar till Diana.
Probably. I mean, let's be honest. We weren't born in the 70s, so when it came out
for yourself, dude.
97. I mean, we were still. I mean, I was 12. You guys were what, 11ish? So it probably weren't big. I know for a fact I was not listening to Elton John as a 12-year-old.
Oh, I was. But there was it was big time.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Pause.
Why'd you say it like that? Oh, I was.
Me and my uncles, we just play Who's in My Mouth and listen to Elton all night.
Yeah, have fun dressing up. Oh, yeah, it was the best.
I mean, was one of your favorite songs "Don't Let Your Sun Go Down on Me"?
Yeah, I'm still standing.
That's by Elton. That came out in 1974. I know it's not your, but it's funny. I didn't know how I was going to fit that joke into the show, but here we are.
You walk.
There we are.
So, have you ever heard of? I have it highlighted on the screen. If you want to look at the notes right quick, have you ever heard of that band?
No, but I'm intrigued. What is it?
I don't know how to pronounce it. I've only heard the music. The song's okay.
Showaddy Waddy?
Showaddy Waddy.
Showaddy Waddy. They look fun.
I was about to say, they don't look like what you were expecting.
No. Have you ever seen the band Masked Intruders?
Yes.
You know how they wear the mask and the matching cons and the whole thing? Like, if you look
are
at the album...
I got a knife. Took them up. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so they wear, there's, Intruder. There was yellow, green, blue, and red.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that was their thing.
Yeah, and then as soon as yellow went to jail, they got purple. And when you look at this album cover, that's how it reminds me. Obviously, they're not wearing masks, but they got the color. Let's see.
Let's see what's at a Showaddy Yeti.
I mean, obviously, I would have to imagine this is them newer.
Oh, this has to be nowadays. The video I saw of them was
1974. Let's go here. Images.
There we go. There we go.
Still rocking
It's
the
Halloween,
suits.
baby.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's
get
also
that
a shoe. Oh, that's the album cover.
You do that for
Look at that,
body
putting out
wrong.
a cigarette with a shoe.
They are the Andrew WK of 1974. Everything's about rock and roll. Remember Andrew WK was everything was party?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Man, I'm gonna listen
shout out
to
for
them.
body wrong, all of us in different jackets.
Yes, do it.
That would be. I have an aggressive amount of bright jackets. I could be yellow. I could be maroon. I could be blue. You just let me know.
Makes me want to buy one now.
I own way more suits than I probably should.
I don't know any.
I love suits.
You know who sells suits? I believe. I want to double check this, but if I remember correctly, Shinesty definitely sells suits.
They definitely do. I mean, right now too, they're doing a huge fall sale. So they've got some new arrivals. There's even Halloween underwear. I mean, you can get some stuff for skiing, some Christmas stuff. We talked about it with the matching couples. It's not our thing, but it's there. They even have NFL apparel. If you guys are into the NFL apparel,
They have NFL ball hammocks?
they have suits.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
Ooh, we should all get rompers, dude. Let's go.
I mean, maybe just wait another week and you can see me and potentially something. Did I maybe buy something?
Did you see that Texans jacket that rolls?
I see him riding the old horse. I was like, wait, what's he doing?
Yeah, the guy at the colt on the kid's horse thing.
This is why I'm not worried about the Colts.
Yeah.
All right.
but if anybody does want one, they're normally $119.99. You can get it right now for $59.99. Use code BEARD15 and save 15% on that. If I was good at math, $59.99 times 15% off is roughly gonna be about $8.
They've already cut the price in half, and then they're getting more just for knowing who we are. Jesus Christ! What is this America? This is America.
This is America.
I love it, dude. Ooga chugga. Does that do anything for you? Sorry, I slammed my hand on the table, but I'm
You're
excited.
fired up. It's okay.
Hooked on a feeling, baby.
Hooked on a feeling.
Blue Suede. Never knew that was the name of the band.
I've heard of it, but I would have not put Hooked on a Feeling with Blue Suede.
It's actually Swede, isn't it?
Suede
is spelled
Swede,
differently.
Yeah.
It is.
Blue Swede.
I feel like the song became back after Guardians of the Galaxy when they put
It definitely came back, but I was okay. So remember Publishers Clearinghouse?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
12 CDs for a penny, yada yada.
Fuck yeah.
I did a few of those, and one of them I got a Harley Davidson classic rock compilation album. And this song was on there, and it jams. It jams. 16-year-old Burley was having some fun, and that's how I found out about Mississippi Queen and all these other classic rock songs. But yeah, Harley Davidson, my man. Let's see. Okay, let's put a little disco on our tongues real quick. A little kung fu fighting.
Everybody was.
Yeah. Is that a racist song now?
Probably. I think everything is racist now.
I mean, maybe not the lyrics, but it's the ding 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 ding.
Yeah, I mean
that's the part.
I mean, it's probably, better than I Think I'm Turning Japanese, which probably isn't 74, but that song.
How about
that's 96?
Probably can't come out with that one these days.
It's 95 or 96. The only reason I know that is because maybe it's older than that.
How about Jungle Boogie? This came out.
Jungle Boogie.
Get down on it.
Turning Japanese was 1980.
Okay, so I heard the remake that they put on Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Great White Ninja, Chris Farley.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Grand Funk, The Locomotion. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. One of my favorite songs to jam on a road trip is on your list. I'm not jumping to that, but I'm sorry. I just got really excited about it.
Would you say you had a thing called that?
Mm-hmm.
It is funny that I know all these songs. I just never knew the names of these bands. Were they all just one-hit wonders? Did Golden Earring have another hit other than Radar Love?
Twilight
I don't
Zone?
know if it was ever any hits, but that album is pretty good. I've listened to it quite a bit.
I love the Twilight Zone by them.
Twilight. That was a good one.
An episode?
No, it's a song.
The song.
Oh, okay.
I love the TV show as well. I watched that every 4th of July and New Year's Eve. Sci-Fi Channel all day. Marathon.
It's good. Moontan was their 9th album that had Radar Love on it. And
what other songs do they have that were big?
Those are the two big ones I know. I don't know.
9 albums and they had 2 hits? That's crazy.
That is crazy. Let's see. Top Golden, and it sucks because when you put in Golden Earring, you get so much goddamn jewelry.
Yeah, it's like abandoned.
Yeah. Kind of a shitty.
Man, 1974 is the year of the Guardians of the Galaxy album. It does seem like now that I'm looking at it.
I know, right? You've
come and get your love.
Yep.
Yeah. This is the Guardians of the Galaxy. I would like to know who put together the albums and see what year they were born.
It was James Gunn. I mean, because the royalties for movies that use music in their stuff it's expensive, and but
I'm wondering if he was the musical. What are they called?
Composer.
It always says like music by blah blah blah. There's always a name.
They get their credits, like the music by stuff. Like they'll use it and give them credits at the end. But like the music director or the composer, they use it and they intertwine their own stuff.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna look something up real quick. Yeah.
Ooh, there it is.
Okay. My guy. Can I share my screen?
Do it.
Rhetorical. Share my screen.
I can't stop you. So
you see this woman right here?
Yep.
This is Dolly Parton, 1974. I want to know what Jolene looked like because Dolly's hot. Dolly is hot. And she's talking about Jolene. Please don't steal my man. Yo. Just wanted to put that out there.
She's still killing it. She had a Krispy Kreme donut line. I mean, or series, and then she still has a ton of different stuff out there.
Are you smashing?
Oh yes. How long I would last? I don't know. That's a toughie for me.
Yeah, you got to climb those mountains.
So Burley, I'm going to throw this out there. You would not find Jolene attractive. She is a redhead.
She's not even a person.
Yeah, it was based on a redheaded bank teller who flirted with Dolly Parton's husband, Carl Dean, when they first married.
Do we know what she looks like?
I don't, but it just said redhead. But I mean, I'm still looking for it, but I just want to let you know.
Yeah, I'm out.
Still in.
Okay, because you know how redheads are. What is it? They're what's it called? Hereditary? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
genetics. It's all genetics, right? So like two redheaded people don't necessarily make a redhead, right? Not necessarily. So like it can be passed down, skip generations, yada yada yada. Back in the day, before science, if you're two normal people pop out a redhead, are you just taking it to the river? You're like, what the hell's wrong with this thing? It's broken. Put it back.
Depends what state you're in, I guess.
No, this is before states. This is back when like Vikings and the Moors were hanging around. Back when anything different about that baby gets thrown in the river.
The baby and the mom gets thrown over a cliff.
What?
Oh, shit.
This is what the internet brought to me. Prince George's Jolene. I mean, come on, man. I don't.
That's my new thing, by the way. At the rally, I was just going. I was just screaming that at the top of my lungs. My throat hurts a lot.
I bet it does. I bet it does.
Man, I'm in a good food. I'm glad y'all are here. All right. Let me. I know we're running out of time here. Fuck. We got sassy Elton John.
Sassy. With
the bitches back. It's the sassiest you've ever heard, Elton. Get at it. The bitch is back. And then you know what? Last but not least, Sweet Home Alabama, 1974.
That's a good job. That's a good song.
This is an up their year.
This is a good
for the
year.
Musics. Yeah.
This. What were some of the ones that you found that you said that Burley didn't cover?
David Jungle Boogie, Let It Ride by Bachman Turner, Overturn. I listen to that every day.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let It Ride. Those are the main ones I saw, and like,
Don't give a shit about Piano Man.
Billy Joel. It's classic when you hear it live somewhere, but it means a lot to me. So
it's a nursery rhyme. It's Dr. Seuss of music.
Because you're a big shot.
Billy Joel.
Have you guys heard of the band Mud and the song Tiger Feet?
Hit us with a little number.
It's on YouTube, so I'm not gonna, because then I just got to edit it out. But
I was just gonna. You do acapella, dude.
I flashed a puddle of mud. Damn.
They are much different. Let me pull up the and the reason I looked up, I listened to the song, but it's I can't do it in the justice. But it goes, all night long you've been looking at me. Well, you know you're in the dance hall, cutie, that you long to be. Oh well, now you've been laying it down. You've got your hips swinging out the bounds, and I like the way you do what you're doing to me. And they are a lot of energy.
What's the name of that song?
Tiger Feet. Tiger Feet.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Let me play it without the audio, just so you can see some of this energy that is on this stage. There's a lot going on. I mean, look at these guys. They got these. Look at them. They're just going. They're kicking. They're going. They got these guys just, whatever that the hell is called on the side. Like, that could have been us, boys. Just doing that.
Sorry, I wasn't responding. When I pressed play on Spotify, I had muted, obviously.
Yep.
I pressed play on Spotify. It linked up with that video on beat. And I was just like, oh, shit. I could not have planned this any better.
I mean, the one guy wearing a dress is wearing, like, Christmas ornament earrings. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I'm not mad at that.
No,
I'm not mad at that.
That's festive.
They had this song came out. Then you can't hear that.
Did a window break?
No, the
Stone Cold enters the chat. Dun, 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 dun.
That looked like way more than 4 people.
Yeah, they must just have these jack dudes that come on and just I think those were just their dancers. I don't know.
That rules.
That was cool. I mean, like I said, that put me on there. I Shot the Sheriff with 74 Clapton.
Eric Clapton, yep. I Dropped My Baby was the song right after that.
Ooh.
Yeah, right out of a window.
Ha. So yeah, you didn't mention Queen, but a lot of their songs like lay the foundation for later. Like Killer Queen and other stuff. Was it Sheer Night? Sheer something?
Susie Quattro. You guys Susie Quattro fans?
Don't know who that is.
Devil Gate Drive, I think, was her big hit.
Sounds satanic, which is perfect for...
Gotcha!
Number 1 on the UK singles chart. The first female to achieve it in the 70s.
Huh.
Okay.
Wait, before... Wait, what was the chart?
The UK singles chart.
Oh, UK.
UK, yep.
I was about to say, dude, Dolly.
UK, yep. What about a Scottish band, Average White Band?
I know that band.
Yep,
I know
picking
that
up the pieces.
I know that one.
Yeah. There's some...
Remind me to tell you all about band names after this. Cannot say it on the show.
Yeah.
This was a long conversation now with some friends last night.
Yep, that's a... I'm trying to think about... according to this, Bob Marley, No Woman, No Cry.
No woman, no cry. By the way, do y'all know what Buffalo Soldier is by Bob Marley? Y'all know that song?
Oh,
I know the song.
Buffalo Soldier. Do y'all know what a Buffalo Soldier is?
I don't.
Dude, don't even look it up. I'll just break it down for you. It's it's incredibly rude.
I'm looking up the next thing that I was looking at.
It's incredibly rude. It's basically American Indians being racist as hell. Meeting black people for the first time, they're like, their hair is like buffalo hair. They're just like, they're Buffalo Soldiers. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
So there you go. You learn a little.
Yeah, educational show.
This is the most educational show.
Mm-hmm.
You know where you can learn about low prices? Vermont flannel.
Ooh.
Yeah. And if you live in Ecuador, you won't need it, but everywhere else, you need it. You need it.
Hey, at night, 50 degrees.
Good point. Ecuadorians, get in.
Get in it. Use code BeardLoss24. It might even be a sponsored segment coming up.
Don't do the sad part.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's sad if they don't get it.
Good point.
Speaking of prices, though, should we work in some prices, or did you have some more music? Do we have some more music? Did I introduce?
Oh, I'm all musiced out. I kind of puttered out at the end there. Sorry, fellas.
No, it's good. That's a hell of a. Sorry, I was looking up some stuff because I was getting ready to potentially do my ranking live on that one because that was a pretty good music year in my opinion. So
yeah, it's pretty solid.
We'll jump into the rankings a little bit later because I think that might crack top 10 based on what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. But prices of stuff, that's always a fun thing to do. Prices in 1974 to 2024, 50 years ago. Price of gas, 53 cents a gallon. A new car was about $3,750. To go to the movies, $1.89. That'd be nice. Price of milk, $1.57. The median price for a house was $35,900. Loaf of bread, 28 cents. They didn't have that fancy stuff that Burley likes that I potentially looked into. And finding here. Cup of coffee was only $0.25, which is pretty sweet. The average salary was about $8,000. A color television, $600 to get a Big Mac, not one of those E. coli burgers from Crap Donald's. That is a quarter pounder, but a Big Mac was 65 cents. Obviously, almost like $6 varies by location if you want to get into that. Concert ticket was about $6.50. Rent was about $185. College tuition, $2,000. A telephone landline service. Yeah, you people these days don't know what that is. It was about $8 a month. Which obviously it's pretty much obsolete here, but if you compared it to around a cell phone, right, you're at what, $60 to $100 a line, roughly, unless you got that Ryan Reynolds plan going on.
No, some people I've been talking to a lot still have landlines because the cell phone service is so bad. They have to have a landline.
My parents still have one.
Yeah. I don't. Well, no, I had a landline at one time. I don't remember. It was bundled into my Comcast or whatever. Did y'all ever pay for a singular landline? Not from Singular, if you know what I mean. But
yeah, outside my parents' house, no.
Yeah.
Yep. Like you said, I just had to have one because it was like, oh, you could pay $100 for this, or if you bundle it together, it's $69.99. Okay, give me the phone that I'm never going to use. Oh, you'll provide it too? I don't know why they held on to it for so long to really try to push a landline, but
I mean, I get the idea behind it. I mean, having a landline during that last hurricane where all the cell towers went out would have been dope. But
yeah, but these days it's all VoIP anyways. So if the internet and stuff's down, it's not like I mean, where we are, we still have the ability to have the old school analog line with a phone line. But it's through Verizon, and you pay an outrageous amount of money through an analog line, which isn't worth the time. So,
here's a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
And this maybe we'll get lucky, and this is the year they did it. Do they guard those giant wires that cross underneath the ocean for internet?
Doubtful.
What do you mean by
what's
guard?
stopping someone from going in there and just cutting it?
The depths, probably. How far it would go?
Where does it come up at?
I gotta watch a video on this.
Yeah, now this is just things that make Burley go, and then he'll forget and never look it up.
Write that down.
Yeah.
Let's do sports real quick before we get into the movies, because, as promised, we added WWF.
Oh, hell yeah.
I did remember that last week. Super Bowl champions were the Miami Dolphins before all of the concussions to their quarterbacks. Well, actually, they probably had way more. They just played through it because it was a different time. They defeated...
They were men.
They were men. They were manly men. They defeated the Minnesota Vikings 24-7. Probably a very boring Super Bowl. World Series champions were the Oakland Athletics. Rest in peace. They beat the Dodgers 4-1. Boston Celtics, the reigning NBA champs, this year beat the Milwaukee Bucks 4-3. North Carolina State Wolfpack defeated Marquette 76-74. Was that the Jimmy V championship potentially, where they airballed it, guy catches it and makes it?
Yeah.
And he was going crazy. I don't know for sure, but I know North Carolina State hasn't won a lot of them.
No.
So that's what I'm going to potentially say was there. Also, rest in peace. Stanley Cup champs that year, Philadelphia Flyers.
Yay.
Bruins. Yay, Philly, you finally got one, bud. National champions in college football, USC. Go Trojans. They defeated the... Oh, yeah, they didn't have to. They were just in the AP poll. 10-1-1. They had a tie that year. I wonder if that was the only year in potentially college football that a champion had a tie on their record.
So the head coach...
Is it possible to... Sorry.
The head coach for NC State was Norm Sloan.
Okay, wasn't Jimmy V. Thank you for the stat correction. What were you wondering?
Is it possible to have a tie in like a championship? Like,
No.
could the Super Bowl end in a tie?
Nope, they'll play to there. And even in college football now, there's no ties because they have it where they move the ball up. You start the ball in like the 30 or whatever, and you just go possession until there is a winner. So must have been a norm. And back then, they didn't have the playoffs and stuff, so it was just whoever was number one in the poll at the end of the year. That was your champion, I guess.
Gotcha.
Boxing world heavyweight champion, the only class that matters, especially back then. Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman in the old Rumble in the Jungle.
It's a rumble in the jungle. It's a war on the shore, brother.
It actually happened October 30th of 1974, almost to the day 50 years ago when the time of this being released. So that's kind of cool.
It's funny, like you can still buy T-shirts and shit with that poster on it.
And you can probably still buy a George Foreman grill.
Y'all ever owned one?
Yes.
No.
I did, yeah.
I did.
I've owned two, I think.
Who was it? Somebody turned that down and Foreman got it, right? Like, wasn't there another boxer?
Hulk
Hogan.
Oh, that's what it was? It was Hogan?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, how'd that work out for you?
I mean, he's doing all right. He took down BuzzFeed. He's one of the richest people on the planet.
I saw a TikTok or Instagram, some kind of short form content of him going into a store. He had either a product release or a store or whatever, and he could barely walk. He could barely walk. It was I didn't enjoy watching that.
And dude, all those old guys, dude, they can all barely. What you call it fake all you want. Your body gets worse off than football players.
Right. And I think when people are and this is a harsh take, when they're stupid enough to call it fake, is it potentially scripted? Maybe.
Yes, it's 100%.
But it's real action. I mean, how are you faking somebody jumping off a cage, slamming through a table? And back then, they didn't have the technology with the springs, the extra cushions. They always say, like, they were pretty much wrestling on cement so they could hear, because the audio wasn't as good, so that had to be loud. And those guys took some beatings, and even the stem cells are having a hard time keeping up with the old boys.
To be fair, it was a lot of choreography, beautiful planned choreography. They had to be so well trained in what they were doing. And plus, I mean, with Hulk Hogan having the biggest biceps back in the day, why would his finisher be a leg drop? I mean, that's going to fuck his legs and his back up. His way I can't walk.
And hips.
It sucks, yeah.
Because they didn't have any imagination back then, dude.
Exactly.
A leg drop was like, what? You know?
Holy shit, it's coming.
Yeah. He would do his whole Hulk out and fucking drop a leg.
Yep. But back in 74, 50 years ago, it was the WWWF, not the WWF. So it, man, what's that? Bruno? What
San Martino.
Yeah, he was the champ until he lost the title in 77.
Yeah,
held it for a while.
I believe in another. See, they were all territoried out back then, but they were in the NWA World Champions was Jack Briscoe. I don't know if y'all remember Jerry Briscoe.
Mm-mm.
No, well, that was his brother.
Oh, I could see that.
Well, y'all might have known who Jerry Briscoe was. Kind of still famous.
Sorry.
I'll give that.
I mean, I have to be the guy. I wasn't a huge wrestling fan. Like I would watch maybe some main events with my grandpa.
I highly suggest watching that Vince McMahon documentary. Even for a I've had non-wrestling fans hit me up going like, "That was a good documentary." I was like, "I told you, fucking great." Just
how do you say it? And this, I'm not making fun of you.
Documentary.
My documentary. Okay.
How do you say it?
So I always used to say documentary, and now some people say documentary. I had a buddy that says documentary, and we always got made fun of as Northerners because a lot of them were like documentary because it was T-A, you know what I mean, the spelling. And then some Southern people, like on the East Coast, like the Carolinas and stuff, are like, dude, it's documentary.
Documentary.
I'm like, oh, well, I don't know how to. And people always make fun of me. Oregon. So I don't even know how to say certain words anymore. But I was just curious how you said it. I wasn't trying to make fun of you. I'm just curious.
I'm bi-curious.
How do you say it, Goop?
Confused? Yeah, I just confused myself. Like, how do I say it? I say documentary.
And there's no wrong answer. Potato. But like for the longest time, like I said,
no. If you say potato, die in a fire.
Yeah, I've never said potato. But, I think for a while it was documentary because that's how a lot of people up here say it. Documentary. And so then it was so made fun of that I say documentary. And I try not to say the word at all, but.
Well, here's the question. Like, what is the freeway made out of that you drive on?
Asphalt?
Concrete.
Is it concrete? Okay, I say cement.
Cement. I say cement.
Yeah. How do you say cement or cement?
I say cement.
Cement for me.
Cement. Well, you love cement. I get you.
Yeah.
Besides the C.
We could go on and on about those. That's another.
Oh yeah, this is the whole rest of the show. How do you say it?
Yeah. Well, how do you say this one? But we have way too much. We got a lot of good movies to get through, so let's do the thing.
So yeah, movies. I always start off with the Oscars. Best actor that year was Art Carney. He won for a movie called Harry and Tonto, which is supposedly a comedy, but a guy reading the description and like watching the trailer, I got the homage to them like Up in the future. It's Harry, who was an old man who decides to travel with his cat Tonto across the country to live out his life because he's an old man. Mm-hmm. His cat dies. Somehow his nephew takes over and finds his new cat that looks just like it. So he won Best Actor. Best Actress was Ellen Burstyn in a movie called Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. Supposedly it's a romantic comedy directed by Martin Scorsese where Alice travels across country with her preteen to find a better life. So as the romantic comedy of like dealing with trying to find some man and then whatever hilarious shit, the jocularity happens and her dealing with her son. And
she was in Requiem for a Dream.
Oh.
The original?
Ellen Burstyn?
Yeah.
The one with what's his name? With 30 Seconds from Mars. Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was in that.
It's a good actress, yeah. She's fucking
throwing
fantastic.
it out there.
That was in a much feature year. Was it 1990 something? Early 2000s.
Which one?
Requiem for a Dream.
2000.
Yeah.
She was also in The Exorcist?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So best picture that year was The Godfather Part 2. It shocked me. Yeah, it shocked me that Best Actor and Best Actress or Best Actor didn't come from that movie. You know, like Pacino or just the entire cast was fucking amazing. I don't think.
Has Pacino ever won won?
He won. He was nominated for Best Actor. Who won Best?
Has De Niro ever won one?
Best Actor. Pacino was he was a runner up for winner. He was nominated for this, but he didn't win.
Al Pacino won Best Actor in '93 in the Academy Awards.
For what?
93. You would think that would come up here when I put that into the Google.
Come on.
Al Pacino, Academy Awards, 93. Wow. It goes...
Oh, wait.
That's what it says, Al Pacino. I said...
Is that like Heat or something?
Scent of a Woman.
In the drama
Scent of a Woman makes sense. Hooah! That's sweet, juicy ass.
You don't watch
what was the other one? Robert De Niro?
Yeah, I mean, has De Niro ever won one? Maybe. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's definitely won. He
got Best Actor in 81 and Best Supporting Actor in 75.
Raging Bull is probably 81, right? That makes sense.
It's a piece of shit movie. Like I watched it. I want to fight him so bad. Like I don't know.
Fun fact: which male actor or female actor, I know them both, has won the most Academy Awards? Don't look it up. I
couldn't. I don't.
Tom Hanks.
I'm going to say Bing Crosby.
Nope.
He's hell of an actor, not a crooner. And
he didn't like acting so much. He hated it when his kids acted up, and he beat the shit out of them. It's Jack Nicholson, number one.
Okay. He was nominated for Chinatown. Yeah, this year he was nominated for Best Actor. He was not runner up.
And the female who won the most is Meryl Streep.
That makes sense. I would have never guessed that. But now I'm prepared to be on Jeopardy.
Yeah, dude. Next time you're at trivia night, your boy had you.
It was a good movie. She was in recently. I just saw for Psycho Cinema. Death Follows Her, where they use CGI for the first time. And Meryl Streep kills in that movie. She does a fantastic job with her, Bruce Willis, and Goldie Hawn.
We should have a trivia
Death
night.
Becomes Her.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think you said Death Follows Her. I was like, what is this movie? And then when you said that cast, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? We're gonna have the Body Wrong boys challenge, like the Dude Network, Barrel Age Flip. We're gonna challenge some people in one-off random trivia nights.
How will we have
to make it a way
time for that many commercials?
So we're gonna have a way that like phones have to be set down, hands have to be in there, so there can be no Googling, no cheating, no bullshit. Like we have to be able to see everybody on camera. And if you get caught Googling, you lose the round.
You lose a sponsor.
Yeah. And you lose a sponsorship because we will bury you.
Yeah.
You lose.
That'd be a funny thing to do.
Yeah.
Just we get to sit here and trash your sponsor for 5 minutes if we get one right.
Mm-hmm. And then I will contact the owner of the company directly and be like, they got to go.
All right.
God damn.
But that would kill. That would kill me.
We'd kick everybody's ass, dude. 5 of us from Body Wrong.
Yeah, we do have a lot of dumb shit knock around in our brain, huh?
But we'd have to have somebody else, like a third-party person, be the one to actually have the questions or find a website. Because obviously, if we put together the trivia night, we're gonna
pickle.
Have. There we go. They would do it.
We bring them in.
Yep. There we go.
So some honorable mentions for this year. We mentioned Jack Nicholson. He was in Chinatown. Just a fantastic bringing noir film back to Hollywood. The Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds. You have The Great Gatsby. I have a great affinity for that movie, the original one with Robert Redford, and you have Death Wish with Charles Bronson.
That's a goodie.
Yeah.
I just downloaded that one or bought that one this morning. Actually, Death Wish.
The remake's not bad too with Bruce Willis. So it's more updated with the times, but the original with Charles Bronson still kicks ass. So bring this all the way around, my top 5 movies with my time traveling totals. Number 5, I'll start off with The Man with the Golden Gun. So grab your Walter PKs and get ready to face the infamous Francisco Scaramanga in the.
Ooh, that's fun to say.
The Man with the Golden Gun. So this classic 007 James Bond, Roger Moore squares off against his villain with a lethal golden pistol and a penchant for deadly showdowns. Just a great fit, like a habit for showdowns. What that penchant means. So you have 3 exotic locations. They filmed in Thailand, Hong Kong, and his island for Scaramanga. You have 4 memorable showdowns between Bond and the villain. There's a maze of mirrors, where they take from Enter the Dragon, which came out in 1973. They had the maze of mirrors and fight scene. It's pretty amazing. This film. You have 2 unforgettable Bond girls: Maud Adams as Andrea Anders and Britt Eklund as Mary Goodnight. You have 5 spy gadgets, including Bond's car that could convert to an airplane with retractable wings. The little henchman with the big personality, Hervé Village, as Nick Knack. Sorry,
Nick Knack.
Yeah.
Yes. If you couldn't have given him more of a midget name.
I know, right?
The only thing more of a midget.
Dimmerrays.
So you have definitely high speed chase. That's pretty much crucial for any Bond movie. And then just the villain did an amazing job with the philosophy killing and his twisted honor code that makes him just unforgettable. Next up, number 4, I put The Godfather 2, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, the cinematic masterpiece that takes us deeper into the Corleone family. Just showing how Michael's rise to power alongside with Vito's backstory. Just a sweeping tale of loyalty, betrayal, and heavy price of power. Just a fantastic movie. Burley, do you prefer the second one or the first one?
Okay. Well, we're gonna have an issue here. I have not seen them separately.
Okay.
I've seen them as the collection that they put out on HBO.
Okay.
And they put it all in chronological order. So parts of 3 are at the beginning, and then parts of 2. They put them all. It's like 7 hours, dude. It's silly, but it was worth the watch. But they put it all in chronological order. But I could not tell you which was with what from what movie. So yeah, I'm real POS here.
That's actually pretty impressive. Most people don't ever say that. So I'm genuinely impressed.
I know that supposedly Godfather 2 is a masterpiece and the only sequel in history that was better than the first. But
Smile 2 was a lot better than Smile.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're putting Smile 2 on the same level as Godfather 2.
I was blown away by it, but yeah.
In an era post Siskel and Ebert,
yeah,
I'm sure that's gonna do well. But I mean, it's the same with everything, right? They made 2 bangers, and then the third one they jumped the shark,
fell
right?
off a cliff.
Yeah.
Matt, have you seen these movies?
No.
That's shucks.
I had to ask. I didn't leave you out.
The Godfather Part 2, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have. Do I remember every little detail? Can I go into the nerd facts of it? No, but I have seen it. I did not see The Man with the Golden Gun, and not to jump the list, there is some other ones that I did see in the top 3. So,
some Mel Brooks comedies.
So I've seen some of them.
Oh man.
So
ran out of time. God damn it.
It's not enough time. So yeah,
if we go over a little bit,
Godfather
it's okay.
Part 2.
Okay.
You have 8 power grabs. You have 2 eras of crime family dramas. Just beautiful flashbacks. The young Vito rise to power in the 1920s New York and 1950s Michael struggles. 3 iconic deaths, 5 unforgettable one-liners. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. 3 anonymous mob meetings. 3 visually stunning locations, just from Sicily, the rugged beauty of Sicily to New York, and just the Cuban coastline. And just countless, haunting moments of power and loss. Just a fantastic story.
Is Pacino Italian in real life?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
So was he an Italian playing a Cuban, or is he a Cuban playing Italian?
Pacino heritage.
Yeah, both of his parents were Sicilian Italian American. Okay. The father was from Sicily, and the mother had immigrated to the U.S. from Sicily.
I think he likes playing a Cuban. Definitely Scarface coming up.
Yeah, okay. All right. Interesting.
So number 3 for me is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just a iconic movie directed by Toby Hooper, who's inspired Damien Leone for a Terrifier, because at the end of the first Terrifier he gives credit to Toby Hooper, Wes Craven, and George Romero just how he impacted his vision for movies and like how to make horror movies. But this Texas Chainsaw Massacre is just like a nightmare-fueled classic that takes you on a terrifying road trip with 5 friends who find themselves in a rural hellscape of horrors. We get introduced to just a horror icon with Leatherface, just known for its gritty realism and relentless dread. And the movie unleashes Leatherface upon the world and becomes a touchstone for horror genre. We have 3 spine-chilling chase scenes, 2 gruesome dinner table scenes, 1 eerie bone-filled house, 4 scenes of unbearable suspense, 2 victims on a meat hook, and 1 bloody. Just the end scene alone with the girl final scream, and just the end of like Leatherface just doing his dance with the damn chainsaw.
Yeah, the dance at the end is what ruled.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
So number 2 for me is Blazing Saddles. Directed by Mel Brooks. It's an outrageous satire, breaks all the rules for following, just a black seraph Bart, played by Clavion Little, who's appointed to protect the town in the Wild West. Just Gene Wilder, just the chemistry those two had, just fantastic. And just Mel Brooks' comedy, it just pushed the satire and just jokes and stereotypes to a whole new level that Hollywood has always been afraid to take.
I want you to do me a favor, Goot. And it's crazy that this year happened when it did. I did not plan this last weekend. I watched the documentary about Gene Wilder. Mm-hmm. Have you seen that yet?
No.
I mean, I'm pulling up my Netflix right now. I want to remember what it's called because this was a damn good documentary. And God damn it.
Is it just Remembering?
Is that what it's called?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it is good. It's on Netflix. Well worth it. And there's so many movies. And you learn about this. He was kind of an odd duck, dude, but he seemed like the nicest guy on the planet.
I've heard a lot weirdness that surrounded him. I haven't seen the documentary.
Dude, it's so good. So good. Him and what's his name? Richard Pryor?
Yeah, Richard Pryor.
Perfect on screen together, right?
The chemistry.
They didn't even hang out with each other. They didn't even like each other off screen.
Yeah.
But when the camera came on,
showtime.
Yep.
Yeah, they knew it. He's like, yeah, we were totally different people off screen. Like, there was no chance we were ever hanging out.
Make that money, baby.
I know, right? Yeah. So back to Blazing Saddles. Just there's 15 just outrageous laughs from slapstick showdowns to the fourth wall breaking chaos, 3 wild brawls. Just it takes it into going to the studio a lot, breaking the fourth wall. Just unforgettable one-liners like where are all the white women at and badges,
yeah,
all that fun stuff. Two genre bending musical numbers with jazz hands and saloon full of rowdy patrons. Fourth, there's just the fart scene alone, just bringing that slapstick humor at the campfire dinner, just fantastic. Just the candy grab going wrong, just show how things were done back in the day. Just the Mel Brooks, just genius level to it. Speaking of Mel Brooks, number 1, Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
That movie kicks ass. Like I'll never forget when I first watched it. One of my first bosses, he would make references and jokes to it, and look at my reaction. Like, you don't know that movie? I'm like, no. He goes, all right, we're watching it tonight. And I watch this movie every year. Every October is one of my list, my go-tos to watch in October.
They talked about that one in that thing, and they were talking about that Love on the what's it called, Love on the Ritz or whatever.
Yeah,
that's the only time him and Mel Brooks ever fought.
Put it on the Ritz
because Mel Brooks was like, "This is the stupidest thing. Why would we put this in the movie?" And they almost lost a friendship over it, and they finally did it. And they say, "All right, you were right." It's like the most memorable part of the movie,
Exactly. It's I know they're it doesn't come close to it, but John Williams and Spielberg going back and forth at it of the Jaws theme song. Spielberg.
Oh yeah. Just make it simple.
I know.
Yeah.
But so some drive-in totals. You have 12 monster-inspired laughs just from Igor's moving hump to the iconic, put it on the
what hump
performance. Yeah. What hump?
My lovely lady hump.
Yeah, 4 mad science experiments gone wrong. 3, you can't have a Frankenstein movie without grave robbing shenanigans. 2 unexpected love interests. 1 unforgettable dance number of Gene Wilder and Peter Doyle dancing, putting on the Ritz. Just the horse frightening scene with the Frabila appearances. Just when you say that name and the horse go crazy because it means glue house. Just the one-liners in this movie. Just what honkers to Frankenstein. How to pronounce Frankenstein?
Frankenstein was one of the funniest. I was like, God damn it! Whoever thought of that, clever as shit.
Just genius, and just the countless riffs on like horror tropes, just from mistaken brains to the torch wielding crowds, and just the Twisted Science experiments. Just a fantastic movie. This still holds up.
Universal fucked themselves over on that one, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Universal was supposed to be put out with them, and because Universal did not want to do it in black and white, they got fucked over. They took it somewhere else. I think it was Fox, maybe. Yeah, but Universal, they don't do what's it called, legacy movies or something like that, or
back in the day they did, but now they do with Blumhouse and the deals they have now.
They don't do that anymore. They didn't do it then, and that was the whole thing. They wanted to make it. They wanted to make it black and white, and they're like, "No, they're like, this is an homage. We don't do that." Well, see ya later. Yeah,
no, that's
pretty
good.
interesting shit.
That's 74. Hell of a year. I'm gonna let's travel back real quick while we're doing that. We have the totals are in for 74 for the music. Burley's gonna put in his movies.
Don't yell at me.
Travel back. No, I'm not yelling.
Yell at me.
I was just letting everybody know. Then we're gonna give you spoiler alert. 74 is ranked pretty high in the music. Where does it land? We'll let you know in about 9 seconds. Here we go. Here's our top 10 music. Coming in at number 10, 1972. Number 9, 1993. Number 8, 1991. Number 7, 1989. Number 6, 1983. Then 1977. Top 4, 1994. Number 3, 1997. Our new number 2, 1974. And number 1, year 2000. Coming in for our top 10 movies. Coming in at number 10, 1981, then 1983, 1991, 2012, year 2000. Our new number 5, 1974, then 1989, 1993, 1997, 1994, the 90s. Pretty popular for the boys for the movies.
The music score goes into such deep decimal places. Golly, okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of decimal places. I probably should have thrown a little less out there, but hey, we're breaking it down. I figured
we could get really fun with these decimal places later.
We could. I just figured there's a lot of movies, a lot of music, and a lot of years that we'd go out in the decimals. But
1974, fire.
1974,
fire.
Hell of a pick, Burley. And as always, Burley, Goop, appreciate you fellas. Anybody listening for whatever reason, appreciate you as well. We'll be back next week. Do we want to give them a spoiler on what year, or do we want some time? Let's take some time to pick a year.
Okay.
I was gonna just randomly pick one, but unless you guys are confident in picking one, we'll make them come back and figure it out.
Yeah, I mean,
real quick.
Yeah.
If we tell them it's going to be in the 30s, they're just going to skip next week.
Yeah. There's a reason why we've only done 130s, and it's because of Johnsy and the Dune Network. We're really regretting those ones. So maybe by the time we figure the 40s and all of the other years and only have the 30s left, we'll be doing conspiracy theories.
Man, we're here. We're gonna get pulled off of YouTube immediately.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that are doing them, though.
There's a lot of people more clever than we are. Is that don't mention steel beams? Tell you that much.
All right, we'll see you all
later,
next
guys.
week. That's all we got, right?
All the trash cans.
Enjoy your Halloween and the end of spooky season. Get ready for some stuff to hit in November. But we'll be back next week.
Wait, okay, bye. Right here. There's something right here.
From the streets to the block, jazzy beats rhyme so tight. We'll make your head nod. Triple T crew taking over the game. Y'all better applaud. Step into the cypher, feel the vibe. We got the style. Representing hip hop, going the extra mile. From east coast to west, we break it down the walls. Triple T Podcast, we here to answer the call. Triple T in the house, the call.